Hi, and welcome to another edition of Body Metrix, the show that teaches you practical ways of how to incorporate healthy nutrition into your busy lifestyle. My name is Adrienne Delgado, and I am a registered dietitian who practices nutrition counseling alongside 3 other dietitians in Limerick. Today's episode is going to be a lot of fun because we are doing a special holiday edition and tackling the challenges holiday foods bring to your health and waistline. The holidays are a great time for celebration, gathering with loved ones, and indulging in some special foods we only get to eat once a year. It's also a challenging time to keep your weight in check because of all the extra indulgences. Media stories often suggest that the average person gains 7 to 10 pounds between Thanksgiving and New Year's. And in surveys, people say they gain, on average, about 5 pounds this time of year. But several studies now show that less than 10% of the population gains 5 pounds or more. And the average weight gain during the winter holidays is just 1 pound between Thanksgiving and New Year's. Although that doesn't seem significant, the real problem is that most people fail to lose that pound over the course of the year, leading to slow yet significant weight gain throughout their adult life. When we come back, I'm going to give you 12 quick and easy health tips on how to enjoy the holidays, yet still stay in line with your goals. And after that, I'll give you 2 healthy recipes to bring with you to your holiday gatherings. And welcome back to Body Metrix. Today's episode is all about healthy holiday eating and how to enjoy yourself without sacrificing your health goals. We're going to count down the top 12 ways to be successful and follow these tips with 2 easy recipes that will wow your friends and family. So let's get started. Number 12, plan ahead. The most important thing you can do to manage your weight during the holidays is plan ahead, so you can manage your health in different situations as they come up. What is on your agenda this week? Are you traveling and need to pack some healthy snacks in the car? Do your plans include a lot of parties where there will be tempting foods? Which day will you be going to the grocery store to make sure you have healthy selections at home? Just like meal planning can help you stay on track during the week, having an eating plan for these situations can help you stay successful during the holidays. Number 11. Pick and choose when to indulge. Save your calories for the celebrations and try not to indulge when nothing special is going on. Write down your splurge days on a calendar to keep you accountable and to make sure they don't become too frequent. More importantly, try to only indulge at one event per week and make healthier selections the rest of time. Be aware of mindless calories, the samples at the grocery store or candy in the office. These add up fast, so walk on by. Having a plan of when to indulge actually gives you the freedom to enjoy the moment and not have that argument with yourself whether or not to eat something. Let's face it, we've all had them. I want the candy, but I shouldn't have the candy, but I want the candy. It's that devil and angel on your shoulder. Pre-deciding gives you freedom from those mental battles in your head. Number 10, know the menu. Before you arrive, speak with the host or hostess so you can create your plan before you get there. Knowing the menu ahead of time will give you an opportunity to offer to bring a healthy dish you know you can enjoy. When you're dining out at a restaurant, be sure to look up the menu before you arrive so you can get an idea of what types of foods will be offered. Many restaurants have a menu with nutrition information available online. You can also use an online website like www.dwlz.com or MyFitnessPal to look up the caloric and fat content of foods if you're not sure how healthy they are. Number 9, move more. Often exercise goes on the back burner during the holidays due to busier schedules filled with events and shopping. If you can't make it to the gym as often as you would like, be sure to add in extra flights of stairs and park far away from the store entrance. Even a 5 to 10 minute intense exercise session can have benefits. Try the Sworkit app for your phone for some ideas on how to incorporate exercise into your day. Number 8, healthier snacking. Be sure to have a healthy snack before you go out shopping or to an event. When you're shopping, bring along healthy snacks like apples, carrot sticks, or nuts to avoid the food court. Be sure to pack a cooler for your car with healthy snack ideas like cheese sticks, yogurt, and fruit for long road trips. Don't forget that along with the holidays comes more traffic, so pack some snacks for the car so you don't walk into the house starving and more likely to overeat. I like to always keep a small snack bag of trail mix in my purse or glove compartment to fall back on in emergencies. Number 7, reduce sugar. Sugar is the culprit of additional calories over the holidays and can cause weight gain, food addiction, and inflammation. When baking, cut the sugar by 1/3 to 1/2 in a recipe and increase the volume of cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla, and other sweet tasting spices and flavorings. When dining out, share the dessert with your friend to limit large serving sizes and forgo the whipped cream and sauces accompanying decadent desserts. Choose pumpkin pie over pecan pie to save sugar and total calories. Well, we're halfway through counting down the top 12 ways to a healthier holiday season. When we come back, we'll finish our countdown and share some quick, easy, healthy recipes for you to enjoy.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Hi, we're back and finishing out our countdown to healthier eating over the holidays. Before our break, we discussed planning ahead, choosing when to indulge, learning the menu, moving more, healthier snacking, and reducing sugar. Let's move on to number 6, planning for social pressure. This is actually a big one, as you will be challenged with many opportunities to eat. Figure out your strategy ahead of time for declining food. Know your own weaknesses, and most importantly, who you are dealing with. For example, if declining is difficult for you because you don't want to hurt the other person's feelings, you may be more inclined to take the item, but then pass it along to someone else later. Don't be afraid to let your no's be no. Acting wishy-washy with statements like, well, I really shouldn't, but just invites the other person to be more persistent and you to back down. Saying things like, I'm really trying hard to not eat that, only allows the other person to state, well, one won't hurt, you deserve it for being so good. Simply say no thank you and don't give excuses for the other person to minimize or argue against. That brings us to number 5, be the master of your mouth. When all is said and done, nothing can go into our mouths unless we put it there. We really do have more control than we give ourselves credit for. I often hear, you don't understand, I had to eat it. There's nothing further from the truth. I have yet to witness another person holding someone down at a party and shoving food in that person's mouth. Realize the holiday season only consists of 2 or 3 actual days, so indulge only on these days. Number 4, survey the buffet. Along with knowing the menu ahead of time comes the overwhelming food selections on a buffet line. Be sure to circle the whole buffet table before grabbing a plate. There's nothing worse than going down the line and piling mediocre food on your plate to realize they had that one special food you can't resist at the end of the line. At that point, it's kind of inappropriate to put the other food back, so what you're left with is a small mountain of food on your plate. Avoid taking too much food by only putting on your plate exactly what you want. Number 3, liquid calories. When it comes to beverages, you have a decision to make in terms of how many calories you want to designate to liquid calories. To reduce the amount of liquid calories in your evening, start by drinking 20 ounces of water before you order a special drink. In fact, this is a tip I give whenever you go out to eat, regardless of the time of year. Starting your dining experience with an adult beverage can lower your resolve and cause you to order differently than if you were on your A game. To minimize total liquid calorie intake, be sure to drink 20 ounces of water in between each beverage. Also, watch the mix-ins like juice, eggnog, or Irish cream that add a ton of calories. Number 2, crowd out the junk. Women should aim to eat 7 servings of fruits and vegetables every day, while men should aim for 9 servings. A good rule of thumb is to eat the colors of the rainbow every day. Bright colors mean different nutrients and antioxidants, which give our body energy and help prevent heart disease, cancers, and elevated blood sugars. Fill your plate with healthy vegetables before diving into the main course to curb hunger and crowd out the high calories of savory side dishes and high-fat meats. Look for raw, grilled, steamed, or baked vegetables for lower calorie options, and avoid the ones smothered in cheese sauces or gravies. Vegetables are high in fiber, which helps you feel full and can keep you from overindulging. And that brings us to number 1. Make the event about the people, not the food. The holidays are an opportunity to be reunited with loved ones you may not get to see often. Focus on your family and friends and let the gatherings be about reconnecting. Keeping them center stage can help make the food become a sideshow. After eating, move away from the food table to avoid picking. Go ahead, grab a bottle of water, and strike up a conversation with someone you haven't seen in a long time. Well, there you have it, 12 practical tips to help you survive the holidays. When we come back, I'll show you an appetizer and dessert recipe to share with loved ones that will keep you in line with your health goals. We'll be right back.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hi, and welcome back to Body Metrix. Today I'm going to show you how to make a healthy appetizer and dessert for your next holiday gathering. Now, appetizers can be tricky. In fact, 1 cheese and cracker is 70 calories. Now, it's nothing for my patients to tell me they eat 5 or 6 cheese and crackers before the meal. That's over 350 calories. So today I'm going to show you an easy recipe that's only 155 calories and takes it up a notch. It's a little bit special because it is the holidays. So the ingredients you will need for this recipe are 2 tablespoons of honey mustard, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, 2 ripe pears, preferably the Basque variety, 2 ounces of brie cheese cut into 4 slices, and 4 teaspoons of chopped pistachios toasted. So, for our roasted pears with brie and pistachio appetizer, the first thing we're going to do is grease our pan with a little bit of cooking spray. You don't need to do the sides, just the bottom will do. Next, we're going to take our 2 pears and we're going to cut them in half. Now, pears are a great fruit to eat. They're very high in fiber. In fact, they have 5 grams per pear. So I like to recommend these, and this is a great time of year to be eating this fruit since they're in season. So all you're going to do is cut your pear in half and then take a spoon and hollow out the seeds. Now, this particular recipe is going to serve 4. So if you need to make a larger amount, obviously you're just going to cut more pears. Okay, that looks good. Next, we're going to add our honey mustard into a bowl. To that, we're going to add our olive oil, lemon juice, and salt and pepper. And then we'll take a whisk and just bring that all together. After all the ingredients are combined, we'll take a brush and we'll coat the pears, both sides. And lay them face down in your dish. Again, this dish is a little bit fancier than the normal appetizers you might see at a party, but I just think, why not get an extra serving of fruits and vegetables if you can, any opportunity you can get. At that point, after you've laid them face down in your pan, you're just gonna coat the other side. And that looks good right there. At this point, you're going to place them in a 425-degree oven. You're going to roast them for 15 minutes. At the end of the 15 minutes, very carefully take them out and flip them, and you'll want to rebaste. You'll want to put them in for another 15 minutes. Let me just show you what I'm going to do next. So we'll just pretend that I stuck these in the oven. You'll flip them over. At that point, they're going to be nice and soft. They'll be perfect. Then you're going to place your 2 ounces of brie cheese that you cut up into 4 pieces. And you're just going to lay them in the hollow of the pear, just like this. And then you're going to put them back in that 425-degree oven for another 3 to 5 minutes until the cheese has melted. And then after you're done with that, you're going to grab your chopped pistachios. Now, I roasted these in the oven. I bought the pistachios at the grocery store shelled. I obviously took them out of the shell, and then you can run them through a food processor if you want to get them chopped. I actually just put them in a Ziploc bag and pounded them with one of my cups that I had laying around. That works too. Put them in a dry pan. You don't have to put any oil or anything in the pan, and just put them over a low to medium heat for about, I don't know, 4 to 5 minutes until they're nice and toasted, and that expresses some of the oils and gives them a lot nuttier flavor. That's really nice. And so after you take them out of the oven, you're going to just sprinkle your pistachios on top of the roasted pears and brie. And then I just so happen to have some that I already made to show you what the finished product looks like. So again, a really nice presentation. Your guests are gonna love it, plus it's healthy. When we come back, I'm gonna show you an easy dessert that's only 55 calories. We'll be right back.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. and move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Hi, and welcome back. All of my patients want quick, easy, and healthy recipes. So today I'm going to show you a crustless pumpkin pie that's only 55 calories and takes 45 minutes start to finish, and that includes baking time. The ingredients you will need for this recipe are 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, a half a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/3 cup of flour, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, plus an extra 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1 15-ounce can of pumpkin puree, 1 cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed, and 2½ teaspoons of vanilla extract. The first step to making this pie is we're going to add all our dry ingredients into a large bowl. So I'm going to add my pumpkin pie spice, my cinnamon, salt, baking powder, flour. Now you can actually use almost any type of flour for this dish except coconut flour. It just won't get the same consistency. And finally, brown sugar. And we're just going to mix that in a bowl with our spoon until it's all incorporated. Did you know pumpkin pie is actually one of the healthiest recipes you can eat over the holidays? Coming in at 180 calories, it's a much better option than, say, your apple pie or your pecan pie, which is around 450 calories per slice. This particular recipe, we're cutting the calories even more by getting rid of the crust. All right, so we got all our dry ingredients incorporated. Just trying to break up some of those brown sugar balls that got stuck in here. All right, I'm going to move this over to the side, and then I'm going to get a smaller bowl, and I'm going to add my pureed pumpkin. Pumpkin is a superfood. It actually is a great source of vitamin A and fiber. So a perfect choice to add to your either your Thanksgiving or your Christmas dessert table. All right. To that, I'm going to add my cup of milk, my ground flaxseed. Flaxseed is great for fiber and for the healthy omega-3s, and some vanilla. And I'm just going to whisk that in a bowl, again, until this is incorporated. All right, perfect. Now I'm going to take my wet ingredients. Let me throw this here and incorporate them into the dry. So just make sure your first bowl is large enough to handle all these ingredients. Mix this together. Ooh, I'm getting sloppy. Now your consistency is going to be pretty wet when you're putting this together. And when you actually take it out of the oven, it's going to look a little gooey, and that's okay. It'll set just fine. Okay, once all your ingredients are put together, we're going to take a 9-inch round dish. Again, you want to coat this with some cooking spray just to make sure it doesn't stick, because we don't have the crust to act as a buffer. And then just pour this into our pan. All right, and once you're done, we're going to put this into a 400-degree oven, and we're going to bake for 35 minutes. Once you're done baking, you want to make sure you set it out on the counter to cool completely before you refrigerate. And then as far as refrigeration, in order to let it set, you want to keep it in the refrigerator for about 6 hours. So I actually baked one ahead of time just to save us on time to show you what the finished product looks like. So there you have it, a recipe that's quick, easy, and healthy, and I guarantee your friends and family are going to enjoy it. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Body Metrics. We'll see you next time, and happy holidays.